Awesome, awesome stuff. Powerful reminder of the bond between broadcasters, players, and the fans who have grown to know them over the years. I'm crying on television right now. I didn't know that was going to happen to me. That snuck up on me. All right, quickly, get me to the football. Thursday night between the Eagles and the Packers. Good God, how you got to tell? I got to screen this audio and video. You have me get me off the screen. I'm crying on television. I don't want to be crying on television anymore. All right, this game, we'll show you the full highlight a little bit later, but in the end, this was after Avonte Maddox and the Eagles actually had not been injured yet, I beg your pardon. This is a sequence here with about 9 minutes on the clock. They get down there, they've got first and goal. You saw him go up top to Graham, he can't bring it down. Rushed in the pass to Vitale, short hop. Looking for Graham again, play well diagnosed there, a little RPO. Are they gonna run it? Are they gonna run it? Are they gonna? No, they're not gonna run it. Fourth down, and Rodgers, and he was ruthless outside the pocket, but Davante Adams had been injured after having a monster game, an all-time best for him, 180 yards. They didn't have him on the field because he hurt his foot. Graham can't grab that one. Here's that next possession I'm talking about. And how many times through the years has Rodgers led them on drives? Rob Ninkovick standing by. He'll join me in a minute. Made the point. Rodgers is faster than you think he is. Scrambles for a first down there. 3rd and 8. They get a stop, but there was laundry on the field. Give this guy more downs, and more often than not, you're going to pay. This was the scary moment. Avonte Maddox, collision between teammates. There was a lengthy delay, and then Rodgers on the slant. The ball's tipped. It gets picked off. Looking for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. It gets grabbed by Nigel Bradham. And that is how the chances for the Packers late got away from them down there close. Philadelphia in a game that it's way, way, way early to say they had to have it, but take a look at their schedule, and I'll say it, they had to have it. Rob Ninkovic is alongside, and as we were watching this game, man, there were so many moving parts, and we were saying that the theme might just be red zone defense, because a couple of times Philadelphia held them to field goals. But then in the end, it's not just red zone defense, but real tight red zone defense. What made the difference for Philadelphia down there?
Just being physical at the line of scrimmage. You know, I think you saw earlier in the game they had a 4-and-out down there in the low red, which it's rare against, especially Aaron Rodgers, for him to go 4 chances at scoring, and they hold him to nothing. So, you know, I want to break down this interception because I think Aaron Rodgers is probably going to lose a little bit of sleep tonight.
Why so?
When I look at this play, okay, so they come out in this formation here. I want to draw this up real quick. This receiver is going to come here. He's trying to pick here, and they're going to cross each other right there. They're trying to pick the defender to where somebody makes a mistake.
Everybody does that down there close.
Everybody does this play, okay? But Aaron Rodgers, I think he gets a little too greedy here, because if you watch this play as it progresses, ball snapped. Okay, here they go. The defenders, they both are on one guy, and he forces it right into double coverage when, if he just takes a little bit more time, look at this guy, wide open, and there it is, tips up in the air, intercepted, and that is a play that I have seen before, and it was just right over my shoulder, and we happened to win the Super Bowl on that play. So the difference was,
there's no Marshawn Lynch.
There's no Lynch, but also Malcolm Butler jumped in front of it, jumped the route, and caught the football.
And that's why I just pushed back to say, hold on, we don't have beast mode back there. But I wonder, did Green Bay do Philadelphia a favor by never attempting to run the ball at all down there? I know they had a difficult time throughout the game, but really they never even sort of tried to throw a curveball.
They couldn't establish the run. They couldn't establish the run. So even in that 4-play series down in the low red where they couldn't score, they tried to do a boot. They tried to run a boot action where, look, if you're trying to show a boot and you don't run the football, I'm just going to run up to the quarterback and I'm going to hit you. So that's what pulled up the quarterback. Aaron Rodgers turns around. There's a guy in his face. He has to throw the ball on the ground. So if you can't run the football, and I'm going to look at a couple plays here. So look, first play, quarterback under center. Okay, let's just go one-on-one basketball. Jimmy Graham, throw it up. What do? If you're going to rebound, what do? You don't go up with one hand. You go up with 2 hands, right? Tries to make the OBJ crazy catch one-handed. Doesn't come down with the football. Okay, second play. What are we going to do? We're going to have a run action, but it's going to be a boot. They're looking to come into the flat here. But look, that defensive end, Graham, is smarter. He's going to run right to the junction point. He's going to go right to Rodgers. Throws it into the ground. Okay, incomplete. So third down. Okay, third down. What do we do? RPO. this should be a run because, look, I think everyone's blocking here, but Rodgers keeps it. Jimmy Graham doesn't look like he's ready for the football here.
So he did his own thing there at the line of scrimmage,
I think he pulled it on his own, thinking that, okay, maybe I can get somebody open, but they're not ready for this. So, you know, you look at the last play here, and usually when Aaron Rodgers gets out of the pocket, it's almost impossible to not let this guy score because he can either run it or somebody's going to uncover.
And he crushed them all night outside the pocket.
Crushed them all night. You know, he was the leading rusher for the Packers. So when your quarterback's the leading rusher, that means you're letting him out of the pocket. So let's see this last play here. Okay, in the pocket, gets out of the pocket, scrambling, looking. And where's he going? Back of the end zone. Because look, in the low red, the ball is either high at the goalpost, really high because there's a chance for interception, right? There's a lot of bodies. It's either high or it's low on the goal line. So he throws it high to Jimmy Graham. He goes up again for the one-handed catch instead of just putting two hands up and going after the football. So at the end of the day, they're going to look back at this game and they're going to say, why didn't we not win this game? Because we couldn't score in the red zone.
And it's pretty amazing that several things didn't happen. Once Rodgers gets out, now all of a sudden you're grabbing. I get that there's not as much real estate, but it's amazing that there wasn't a flag because so often there is. And it's just amazing that they're able to keep Rodgers from that close in with not one but two chances laid out. You're not going to do that very often.
No, not at all.
They did in this one. Rob, appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Coach Peterson afterwards on a win Philadelphia. I'm saying it again. They have had this game, and they got it.
Told you, hey, listen, I have told you guys this before. The one thing I love about you is the way you fight for 60 minutes. And you hang in there with one another. When things don't look pretty, and it's never a pretty win, okay? But it is a win. Hey, listen, it took all 60 minutes. It took every man in this room to get this thing done.
Jordan Howard, who had a huge game for the Eagles, expected to join us.